Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
We all remember that one professor, the one everyone on campus had to take no matter what subject they taught because how much fun their class was. What if we told you there was a streaming service that had all those professors? One Day University has every must-have professor from the best colleges all across the country. One Day University, the most fun talks from the most fun professors. Available live and on demand. No homework, just the most fun you'll have while learning. Get a special offer at ondayu.com/Odyssey.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle, an Odyssey station, and radio.com. It is now Odyssey, so you want to download that app, you got to, man. Download the Odyssey app, and you can listen to KISW, all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that move you. That's Odyssey, AUDACY.
Let's play Beat Mix.
I will beat anyone that calls in to play the game. He's smarter than you. He'll make you look lame. 60 seconds on the clock. You're going down and I'm gonna rock. It's time to play the game. Yeah. So everybody scream his name. Beat Mix. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Mix. You're a loser.
It is time to beat Migs, and we've made it to Friday! Oh, yeah! Look, Danny's jumping! Oh, my gosh!
Oh, good.
Friday!
Getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Party.
Yeah!
Party.
Yeah!
Fun. Looking forward to the weekend.
We had a text earlier and we never addressed it, but I wasn't paying attention. Did Danny jump this morning? Because neither one of you guys said Danny was jumping, and the texter was a little worried about his day.
I don't know. I think Danny...
I don't think he was jumping earlier.
I was jumping 100%.
Were you? We just haven't noticed, huh?
Just making sure.
Let's get to our contestant today. We've got Casey in Covington. Casey, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Excellent. All right, Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, Casey will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Casey, you can pass all you want, but you'll only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yep.
Which dessert with a French name has a custard base and a burnt caramelized top?
Caramel cake.
No.
Pass.
What sport features strikers and sweepers?
Repeat that.
What sport features strikers and sweepers?
Soccer.
Yes. What kind of juice is in a kamikaze cocktail?
Cranberry.
No.
Pomegranate.
No.
Pass.
What late singer had the hit songs Back to Black and Rehab?
Pass.
Which food manufacturer produces and sells Cheese Whiz?
Kraft.
Yes. Which model created the television series America's Next Top Model?
American Idol.
No.
Repeat the question.
Which model created the television series America's Next Top Model?
Paula Abdul.
No.
Pass.
What kind of animal was Murray on the TV show Mad About You?
Pass.
No. Well, Casey, you dropped a deuce. He could have gotten 3 there by just maybe throwing out a guess.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah. There we go. That's,
Shout out to Lake Ridge there.
Yeah,
there
there
you
you
go,
go.
buddy. Congratulations,
Pay
Casey.
attention to school.
Well, I mean, some of these are pop culture, and, you don't really learn that in school generally, I don't think. So.
Ken Jennings.
I'm just dumb as a box of rocks. I mean,
well.
I didn't think I was going to get through.
Well, Casey, we appreciate you participating. You never know, because there's another box of rocks that can, be here too.
Oh, wow.
Hey, I'm considered as a charity case.
The charity. Steve, are you ready?
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Which dessert with a French name has a custard-based and burnt caramelized top?
Creme brulee.
Yes. What
Good
sport
stuff.
features strikers and sweepers?
Soccer.
Yes. What kind of juice is in a kamikaze cocktail?
Lemon.
No.
Grapefruit.
No.
Lime.
Yes. What
Nice.
late singer had the hit songs Back to Black and Rehab?
Amy Winehouse.
Yes. Which food manufacturer produces and sells Cheese Whiz?
Nabisco.
No.
Kraft.
Yes. Which model created the television series America's Next Top
Tyra
Model?
Banks.
Yes. What kind of animal was Murray on the TV show Mad About You?
Dog.
Yes. Who played Batgirl in the 90s Batman
Alicia
and Robin
Silverstone.
movie? Yes.
Wow.
In what decade
Wow.
did the NBA
Wow.
introduce the 24-second shot clock?
80s.
No.
70s.
No.
90s.
No.
60s?
No. Who was the dude in The Big Lebowski?
Oh, crap. Jeff Bridges.
Yes, and Steve, you almost got that perfect 10, but you got that 9, ended a win. 9-2 deuce.
Yeah. Oh, well, Casey, I'd say good game, but
New thing you wouldn't understand.
nice going, buddy.
He tried.
There goes Casey.
Attempts were made.
All right, I guess there's only one box of rocks.
Yeah, and it's not the man in this room right here.
Oh, he crushed it. I have
Yeah.
to take my hat off to this man
Oh, tip of the hat right there.
because he would have beat me today.
Does anybody have a guess on the decade that the NBA introduced the 24-second shot clock? I mean, you basically said everything but the one.
50s?
Yep, in the 50s.
That long ago?
1954.
Wow, I can't believe it was that long ago.
Yeah, and that was kind of that one that I figured that people would think would be a little bit earlier there. Or
yeah,
later there, sorry.
You can tell I'm not a basketball fan because that was my entire life, obviously, and so I would know that, okay, it's been around since
Yeah,
I've
if
been
you
alive.
followed it, yeah.
But I didn't really follow it enough to know.
All right, then. Well,
Yeah.
congratulations.
What I think is funny is that you kind of know what generation you're in when it comes to who Batgirl is. Because you said the actress who played Batgirl, and the first one that came up to me, of course, was Yvonne Craig. She was the 60s Batgirl.
Oh, yeah.
And Steve, of course, the first one that came up to him.
And there are
Alicia Silverstone,
and there are
baby.
so many different Batgirls if you think about like the animated stuff and all of that. I had to make sure and say the 90s Batman and Robin movie.
Yeah, if you just said Batgirl, I think
couldn't.
Vicky, Steve, and myself have different answers. If you go, hey, who's the actress that played Batgirl? And the first one that would come to our heads would probably be, each generation.
Dude, how about this? So there was Batman and Robin, right? That
Yes.
she was Batgirl. I did not know that was part of the reason why she stopped acting.
What?
She said that she stopped loving acting after that film because she was being body shamed.
Yeah, like
I thought
everybody.
she looked fantastic, but I mean, it's all in your mind. I
She got
understand
body
that.
shamed in really in that
Yeah.
movie? Why?
I think she was a little bit heavier around that time, and the fact that those are super form-fitting costumes.
That's what made her look so good.
I know.
I do
that was
not.
very creepy.
I'm with Steve. You know what's so funny? I did not know that was
People
happening to her.
suck.
Yeah.
Because I'm with Steve. I thought she looked terrific in that costume.
Me too.
She got body shamed?
Yeah.
And then what was it? Crying, the Aerosmith video. Oh, forget about it.
Yeah.
It was her and Liv Tyler.
Yeah.
Which was always weird that Steven Tyler put his daughter in like a very
Dude, he knew she was hot.
sexual kind of video. Yeah, he did. He realized that was the gift that he needed to give to all of his fans.
Yeah, exactly.
But she's, I just saw her in Ad Astra because I just watched that movie, which isn't a bad movie.
Is
If
that
you
the Brad Pitt one?
Yeah, if you
Okay,
liked Interstellar, I think you're going to like Ad Astra. It's,
all right.
And she's in it, and she's always the same character. It's like she's drugged and sad.
Oh.
You know what I mean? That's always Liv Tyler.
Was she drugged in Sad and Armageddon?
Yeah, I mean, she's always.
It's kind of like just
It's
the
a
way
very
her tone of voice.
Yeah.
Because she's in one of those 911, like 911 Austin, Texas, or whatever that one is. And it's kind of like you watch her and you're like, I know she's a good actress, but It's just her voice seems very sad and mopey.
Yeah, and it seems like she's just monotone, like she doesn't care. And when I mean drugged, it's almost like she's on medication.
Oh, kind of. Oh,
That always seems to be the same performance with her. And I'm watching Ad Astra going, here she is. She's sad and she seems distant. That's exactly the character she's playing in every darn movie that I've seen her. It seems.
See, now I'm gonna have to go back and check Watch Armageddon and see.
And you know the funny thing is, it's not like Alicia Silverstone stopped acting though. I guess she just maybe stopped being in bigger budget films or something, because like she's been pretty active in the acting world, but maybe it's just like more of like she just does things for the fun of acting.
Yeah, I mean that was a big budget blockbuster.
That was the last big film.
Yeah,
that
she
was
bombed.
in, yeah.
Well, I don't know if it bombed, but people really hated it.
Well, she was, and she was like one of the it girls, and that's why she got that role. And we thought, oh my gosh, she's going to be amazing. But because everybody hated that movie, and I didn't know about the body shaming, I could see the double dose of like, okay, they don't like the movie, they don't like me. Oh, great, it's so fun to be an actor.
Yeah,
what's the point? I'm just trying to have fun and make people happy.
Yeah, right.
You guys suck.
Well, you had fun because you won, so congratulations on Beat Migs.
Good job, Steve.
Yeah,
that's a nice thing.
Now I'm going to watch Aerosmith crying.
Nice. Yeah, there you go. Everybody's a winner there.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. Hey, you got something to say? I got something to say. They're wild, rabid, and on the loose. This is Listeners on the Loose.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle, is Listeners on the Loose. Listeners on the Loose, this is where you get to pick the topic. You get to guide the show. Speak your mind at 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. But remember, Steve has a rule.
It's a simple rule, BJ, to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we are going to have to gong you and then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Chrissy in Port Townsend, you are on The Rock.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, Chrissy, what you got for us?
First of all, Vicky's still there, right?
Hell yeah, I am.
Hi, honey. I got to tell you, you are the stuff.
I'm going to dump that
just in case.
Just in
Because we
case.
just can't allow someone to say nice things about Vicky on the radio.
That's right. That's unfortunate.
Only on my birthday.
I put Chrissy on the holder just because, you just don't know.
Chrissy, when you come back on, you can't say nice things about Vicky.
Yeah, you just, just in case.
Then
all right.
S words.
Okay, so Chrissy, try what? She did try to correct herself.
She did.
Yeah.
So we just don't know.
I feel like she hit 3 1/4 of that word.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Chrissy, so you like Vicky. What is it about Vicky that you dig?
Don't take offense to this, Vicky, but I was a lot like you when I was younger.
Hell yeah.
I don't know why
And
she would be offended by that unless you're not a good person.
Oh, no, I'm a great person.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
a great person.
Oh, all right, then.
I like it.
But I'm actually still a lot like you. I'm just better at it now.
All right.
Oh, she's better at being Vicky than Vicky.
I got something to look forward to.
I don't mean I'm better than Vicky. I'm better than I was when I was younger.
Listen, you can't blame my
was
stupid
tracking.
brain.
Yep, you're aging like fine wine in both personality and looks, I'm assuming.
Well, of course I am.
There you go.
Oh, look at
I got
that.
it.
All right, then.
Okay,
Okay.
so
I take it that she's a better Vicky than you is what I did.
right, fine.
That's
well, of
I'm
course
just
you
about to
did.
hit my head against the table.
Do it.
Okay.
What do you got, Chrissy?
I have a movie question for anybody that could possibly answer it.
All right.
Okay. So I'm 49 years old. When I was like 5 in 1976, I was at my parents' friend's house. They were all out partying. All of the kids were being babysat by my sister, and we were watching a movie
All right.
that had something to do with a female Frankenstein monster.
Ooh.
Bride of
Y'all
Frankenstein?
Is it Bride of Frankenstein?
Female Frankenstein monster. So Dr. Frankenstein has put together this female version of the monster, and he is presenting her to society, kind of like the debutante ball type idea.
All right.
She's in the gorgeous long gown. She's at the top of the stairs. The whole community, all 12 or 13 that live in the little town, whatever it may be.
All right.
They're down at the bottom, and she starts to descend the stairs. Okay, now mind you, her dress is high collared.
Okay.
Because her neck, of course, has a huge scar on it from him attaching it to the rest of the body.
I'm with you.
She gets down the steps, 5, 6, 8 steps, whatever. All of a sudden, her neck splits open, Her head falls off and rolls down the stairs.
Oh, that's cool.
And I am really, really, really hoping somebody can tell me what this movie was, because I have done everything, gone everywhere, Googled, and everything I can think of, gone into movie forums, everything, and nobody seems to know what this movie is that I am insisting this scene is from. And it's, like I said, it's the only scene that I remember.
Well,
no idea, but
we'll throw it out there.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on the text, though.
Yeah, and if somebody knows what you're talking about, and
is it Frankenhooker? Somebody said.
What?
Oh, no, it's not that one.
Oh,
it's not that one.
She knows
Good try,
Frankenhooker.
no, but no, it's not that one.
Wow.
Yeah,
boy, oh boy.
What the hell is Frankenhooker?
When you're 5 years old, though, it is so tough, because if your brain didn't see what you thought you saw, you could be running around forever. That's
Frankenhooker's
Exactly.
a 1990 film, too. So that's
Yeah, my mom insists that we never went on a specific vacation that I swear we did.
Yeah, so we know it's sometime before. How old were you in 19? What was it? 1970? What?
It would have been 1976.
Okay, so it's
77.
something. So it's something that's 76 or before. That we at least we can narrow that down. And we'll try to figure it out, Christine. We'll announce it if somebody tells us what it might be. So it's a female Frankenstein monster whose head falls off coming down the stairs.
Someone said Eraserhead? I wonder if that's it.
From 1976 or before?
I don't know.
All right.
Let's see. When a 77 film.
Oh, she said 76,
Oh, I
though.
mean, she could be off by a year, BJ. We just don't know.
Yeah, you're right. We don't know anything
I mean,
about
she's
this.
from Port Townsend.
Oh, I forgot about that, yeah.
We're here because we're not all there.
That's a good point.
They're saying.
Yeah. And she said she was like Vicky, so forget about it. We can't. I mean, there's nothing reliable then at that point.
Yeah, I don't know what movie that is.
I never heard of it.
Yeah,
I mean, as
good
far
luck
as,
to you.
I've heard of Bride of Frankenstein and that, but I don't know what she's talking about.
Someone says it was in a storybook with multiple other stories.
Oh. Well, when you're 5, though, that's the thing. When scientists have come out and said that we remember things wrong. We really do.
I wouldn't be surprised by that. I've witnessed it with my parents. They share stories all the time about things that they say I've done, and I'm like, I know I didn't do that, but I've gotten to the point now where I just agree with them.
Isn't that nuts?
Like, my mom will always bring up a story when my wife and I, like, whenever we call them to wish them Happy New Year's, and she's like, remember that time you went to Times Square for New Year's with all your friends? And my wife's like, well, you got to go to Times Square? What was that like? I mean, I've never been to Times Square for New Year's. Never. I would remember that.
Did your brother?
No, maybe, but I don't believe so.
Because your mom, you are the apple of her eye. And so if there's something happened to your brother that she loves, she'll just put it on you because she wants that to be the kid she loves.
Yeah. I honestly think there was a time where I would go to my buddy's place in Long Island and we'd go get wasted and we'd go there, on New Year's. And I would get picked up by my buddies, and we'd all go there and stay the night. But
she probably told herself, you're going to Times Square. You're not just hanging at your buddy's house like a lame-o.
And I know, why would I lie about it? I wouldn't say, I'm going to Times Square when I'm actually going to a safer environment and staying inside. You know?
It is so bizarre, but that is, as scientists have found out, the brain does, in fact, change the history to suit where you are today.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so funny, man, how that is. But my parents will say this, they'll share the story with such conviction. And I'm like, I just finally have gotten to a point, I'm like, yep, that was a good time. Because it's not worth the argument anymore.
Yeah, what's the point of that? I mean,
no.
Yeah, then you go, are you sure, Stephen?
It's not going to change the direction of our lives together.
Yeah. My wife has a friend like that who she constantly gets in arguments with, and this person doesn't remember. Mm-hmm. And they forgot the conversation. So I go, why even bother at that point? Let them say what they want because they're going to forget anyway.
You know what's also like that? Sometimes I'm like, is it worth the when someone says, they'll say my last name and pronounce it completely wrong, and my wife laughs at me because I'll just agree that that's how it's pronounced. Like, Sir, Mr. Migawachila.
Well, that's why.
And I'm like, yep, that's me.
Yep.
And sometimes they'll even be like, wow, I got it right. I'm like, nailed it.
Amazing, pal.
And I always say, why didn't you correct them? I'm like, I'm never going to see this person again.
What's the point?
Why? What are they going to run? Are they going to run into the famous horse jockey by the same last name one day?
Let them feel like they got the win.
Who cares?
See, I don't call you by your last name. I call you after my favorite pizza, Steve Pagliacci.
Yeah, perfect. If you said that, I'd be like, yep, that's my last name.
I love Steve Pagliacci.
It's just one less. Otherwise, it's like now we're having like a 2-minute conversation about how to pronounce my name properly.
Well, you've gotten good at that. You've gotten good at just eliminating needless conversation. You really feel like, you know what? We don't need to go further on this. Fine.
It drives my wife nuts though, because sometimes I'll be like, blah blah blah. It's like, well, what's he doing with that thing? I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. So you didn't bother to ask? I'm like, no. If he wanted to tell me, he'd tell me.
That would explain why you have that little label on your body right now that says, "Hi, I'm Steve Pagliacci. I've been in Times Square."
Yes.
Yeah. I was
if he gets me free pizza, I'll do it.
Do it. It's listeners.
Somebody thinks that it might have been a Tales from the Crypt story, but that was after 77.
Yeah. This is. This is the.
And I'm trying to Google it, and I'm not finding anything for this.
See, Death Becomes Her is the movie.
But that was in the 90s.
Yeah. See, that's the problem.
Well, one person says maybe she just took a bunch of LSD and there's a flashback of a movie. If that was the case, maybe she did watch it in the 90s and thought she was 5.
That's the problem.
Could happen.
That is. I don't. If she's already tried, I think she's going to have to really be resolved with the fact that she's remembering wrong. If you can convince her of that.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah,
really,
right. I
she's
know.
lived a life then of a lie.
Yeah, and I know that. I've had that experience myself. I have to say, right before my very eyes.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load, terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Have we figured out how to explain deja vu? How do chameleons do that thing they do? Do you really need to wash your blue jeans? Yeah, you do, but how often? Hey, my name's Mike Simpson. I've got a podcast about curiosities. It's called I've Got Questions. We go through my list of random stuff and yours. Please participate. Send me your questions. I'll find someone to answer them. We've talked about our true crime obsession, how grocery stores are tricking us, super secret flight attendant stuff. I've Got Questions. New episodes Thursdays on Odyssey or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, what's up, everyone? You find yourselves trying to get your Craig Mack on and put some brand new flavor in your ear? Well, funny you should mention that because we have a brand new show that you should check out. It is called Pod Sauce. It is your podcast discovery show.
Everyone's always looking for a podcast recommendation. We got lots of them for you, from true crime to pop culture. And you can join us each week as we dish on all of our favorite podcasts out there. So make sure you download the Odyssey app and search Pod Sauce or head on over to podsauce.com.
We got you covered, guys.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Listeners on the loose, you pick the topic, you guide the show. Let's go to James in Fife. James, you are on The Rock.
Hey, what's going on?
You are, James. What you got for us, buddy?
So you guys were talking earlier about how people are getting indents in their pinkies because of cell phones.
Yeah.
So I drive truck, and my instructor, when I was going through school, he would show us how he couldn't close his pinky and his ring finger together all the way because when he would drive, he would put the steering wheel in between there. So it kind of grew that he couldn't close his fingers all the way. And now, 20 years later, to this date, anytime I catch myself doing that, I stop because I don't want to end up like that.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah. It was weird.
See, technology, man, it puts our bodies in situations where our bodies make the adjustments, sometimes not for the better.
Yeah, exactly.
I got a buddy who's really reminded me. He's like, he's really into body and nutrition. And he goes, your body is very smart and will not do more work than it has to. So if you stop using parts of it, it will devote energy to the parts you are using. And basically you'll atrophy and not even realize it. So he's like, you got to use all your body if you eventually want to use all your body. I mean, and
it's easier said than done.
Well, for me, because I'm not an upper body guy, I do pretty good with my lower body because I'm always active, walking and doing stuff and moving around. But the upper body, I do nothing, and it definitely shows. I can't do anything with my upper body. I'm bad.
Oh man, how do we fix this?
Well, I've started doing some yoga where I raise my hands over my head just to start doing that because I can't tell you how often I raise my hands over my head. I really don't.
Not even in the morning when you first get up, you just don't stretch it out.
Yeah, not a whole lot, dude.
That's like the best feeling once I get out of bed and I can just like stretch. Now I get why like Lulu, she does it too. Like when we take her outside, like she just stretches her paws, like right before she goes walk around the backyard. And I'm like, yeah, I feel you, man. Like, it's like you've been laying that way for a certain period of time. It just feels so great to stretch everything.
That's why stretching is good. But you do exercises, so you must do some upper body work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, if I just do the stretch in the morning and that's it, Steve, I don't think that's going to cut it for me.
Although I was laughing, there's a guy who's a mutual friend of all of ours. You guys know Tommy. He's the former guy that played with the Raiders. He's big into the world of board gaming. Tommy Rice.
Oh, yeah. Plus he's written a book called The Loke. Yeah.
And he's got a board game that he's going to be putting out soon. I was just talking to him the other day. Yeah. So
I don't know this.
he's going to reach out to us because he wants us all to play it with him. But he at one point played with the Oakland Raiders. Also was like involved in the world of wrestling as well. And I was chatting with him, and he was just showing me a video, and it was funny because like he's just like his arms are the size of my head. He's like showing like this workout video he was doing. He was just warming up, doing like a dumbbell bench press kind of a thing. And he's got 120s on each one, like 120-pound dumbbell on each hand. And he's just, this is his warm up. And I'm watching this, and he's like, oh yeah, look. And he's like moving his feet like, there's like, it's like zero effort for this guy. And I'm like, man, and I was all pumped about doing something that was like about half of that. And I was like, this is my personal best. And it's not even close to half of what his workout is.
He is quite a fit boy.
Oh my gosh, it's insane.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, so he's like the guy, like when you meet him, anytime I've been with him, anyone comes by afterwards is like, who the hell was that guy? He's intimidating because of how big he is, but he's the nicest person in the world.
And a huge geek.
Massive.
Which is, I mean, again, you talk about just the contradiction from what we knew back in the day. You'd never think a guy that ripped would be as geeky as he is, and like you said, also as cool as he is.
Oh, great guy.
Yeah.
It's just like when you talk about like doing upper body stuff, I'm like, that's a whole other level.
I'm the reverse of that. I don't even know if I could do like 12 ounces. I don't even think I can get that done. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Somebody wanted to text in and said, guys, Miley Cyrus is at it again with this rock music. Did you see her Pearl Jam cover? I'm with you, Steve. I'm starting to fall in love with Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, she's got this backyard sessions things that she does. And she's
on YouTube.
Yeah, people are saying good stuff about this cover of Pearl Jam's Just Breathe.
To count on both hands the ones I love. Some folks just have one, and others they've got none. Stay with me. Let's just breathe.
I love the outfit she's wearing. I mean, it's sexy, but it's cool.
And she rocks the mullet, man. I mean, everything about her just keeps getting more and more awesome. Like, she's made the mullet sexy.
Yeah, she really is she's just quite a performer. And I'm so excited for her because usually if you're a child star, you're done. As far as like performing, where do you go musically? It's really hard to really go anywhere musically. And she's doing it, man.
Well, it's just fun to see, like, I mean, it's not a perfect cover. I like it, but like some people don't like her style of voice, and I almost would like it better, I think, if like the instruments were a little bit brought more up in the mix, but it's just an acoustic fun performance. I just love that she's tackling like artists that I would never thought in a million years a pop star would want to do, like Metallica, Temple of the Dog, and now doing a Pearl Jam song. It's not even like a massive hit for Pearl Jam. I mean, it was a popular Pearl Jam song, but really, if you're a Pearl Jam fan, you love the song. Outside of that, maybe you heard it and you're like, oh, that's not a bad song, but like, you really weren't paying attention to it.
Yeah.
And it's cool that like that kind of stuff's on her radar, and she's showing some love for these bands that you would never have thought that she would show some love for.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, I dig what she's doing, but I don't dig her voice. I understand that. It's a very unique sound to her voice. I like it.
Yeah, see, I've always liked. I like female voices that are in the high range anyway. So her voice is fine to me.
Well, it's because of the gravelly kind of thing.
Oh, I love the gravel.
The one that it gets under my skin when people are like, "Oh, I hate it because it is Miley Cyrus." It's like, what does that have to do with anything? Just because she was a pop star? I've had friends who are like, "I just don't like her at all." I'm like, but you can't admit that she's a fantastic singer.
And hell, man, she did Party in the USA.
Right, exactly. How can you not love that song?
Oh, do you? I'm going to tell you something right now.
Jeez.
I think human beings have to look in the mirror and see if they have any kind of bias that is covert and unconscious. There are a lot of discussions I'm seeing right now where people are saying things in a microaggressive fashion that they don't even know. I don't like this person because of blank. And then you go, dude, I don't know if you realize what you just said there. Take a look in the mirror because somebody could just be good, and so I think sometimes people have biases they don't even know because it's just not what they're used to, and therefore they go, well, why is that person doing that? Only this person should be doing that.
I like that she just does whatever the hell she wants to do. I mean, hey, look, it helps probably having like all the money in the world where you don't have to worry about making anybody happy and pleasing any kind of person. You can pay your bills, but she could just do whatever the F she wants unapologetically.
And a person that's just as, in her space where everybody can basically say what they want and still do it. Billie Eilish right now is having a hard time because, she used to wear a lot of baggy clothes so people wouldn't comment on her physicality. Mm-hmm. And then she goes out and finally just walks out in society just dressed like a normal person and everybody's giving her a hard time. It's just
she's like
beating.
A teenager, too. And
I know, it's
stupid.
a beating.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, you're right, dude. For Mila to be able to do that in today's world, do what I want and put it out publicly, it's pretty brave.
Oh, yeah. Have fun with it. That's not really what it boils down to. She's just having fun with music. And isn't that the point of music? I guess
Is
not.
that the point of it, really?
Last I checked.
Oh, I don't know if fun's the right way. I think you're missing the point.
Unless you're like the Offspring, and then you're just weird.
Too bad Danny's not paying attention. He's not even looking.
He didn't even hear what I said.
No, he's I don't know what he's doing.
I was paying attention. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. I was just making fun of the Offspring.
It was Steve's,
fine.
it was
Who
one
you
of Steve's
texting over
best
there?
jokes.
I was tweeting.
Who are you tweeting?
I was retweeting the stuff that we've been talking about all morning.
Wow. You know what, Steve?
Cool.
Are you, between Danny and Vicky,
I don't know what you want.
they usually share attention. So if Vicky's paying attention, you can't expect Danny to pay
I
attention.
felt like I got him once I said Offspring. I figured it's like a Pavlov dog thing, and his ears would perk up.
No, Vicky's got to he's got to tag out so Vicky can tag in and not pay
Simple
attention.
Plan? Should I have said Simple Plan?
What Simple Plan?
Yeah, there we go. There we go. So listeners on the loose, you pick the topic, you guide the show, 206-421-ROCK, text us at 77999.
All right, this is a very simple question, but if you had only one candy bar to eat, what would it be? One candy bar to eat. I think I might go,
man.
I'm going to go with the gooey caramel chocolate bar at Jackson's. I really like it.
Yeah, you have to bring that in. We don't know what that tastes like.
I'll be honest, I did buy one to bring one in, and I ate it.
Buy more than one.
How long did it last?
The next day.
Okay.
We told him to buy more than one for that
Yeah.
reason. You remember? I told you it wouldn't last if he buys just one.
Yep. Sorry.
I feel like I'm talking to like I feel like I'm talking to like 10-year-old Steve right now who realizes he did a bad.
The problem was I ran out of gas on a Friday, and I was like, "There's no way this candy bar is going to last through the weekend."
That's why you got to buy more.
I guess so.
I'll pay for it.
I'll tell you what wouldn't make my list.
What?
I just tried it today.
What is that?
It's this Cadbury Jelly Poppin' Candy Beanies and Dairy Milk Chocolate Bar.
That's too many words.
What the hell is it?
It's the dark chocolate, which is delicious, with a jelly bean inside of it.
Oh, I don't know if I go for
and
that.
like almost like a Rice Krispie or like a Nestle's Crunch kind of like Rice Krispie treaty.
Well, I like that.
Yeah, everything but the jelly bean is awesome in this.
I'll have to try that. I'll try a little piece of that just to see.
Yeah,
That's wow. And it's dark chocolate? It's not
No, it's milk chocolate, which is the best chocolate.
Milk chocolate's good, yeah.
Dairy milk chocolate.
Okay, I go for that.
It's in dairy milk chocolate. So they said milk twice, so that means it's really good.
Well, it's dairy milk. It's not almond milk or anything, so you know you're getting the real stuff from the cow.
All right.
Well, I'm going to go with one that everybody hates, but was recently used in The Boys, because which I love because it's one of my favorites. Even though that
really,
they were giving people a hard time for Almond Joys, and I love Almond Joys.
So nasty.
I was looking at The Boys, going, man, oh man, Starlight's my girl.
Almond Joy.
I love Almond Joys.
Of all of them.
Yeah, I love Almond Joys, man, because sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't, but I'm going to always feel like a nut.
It's got coconut in it.
Oh, I love coconut. I mean, coconut cream pie.
It's the worst nut.
Almond's the worst nut?
No, coconut.
Oh. I see what you did there. Coconut. Oh, man, I'm sorry, but Almond Joys.
You can have all of my Almond Joys, man, because they're
perfect.
Trash.
This is a win for me.
How about someone says peanut butter Twix all day? That is very good.
I haven't had one of those in a
Those are
long
good.
time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, I was going to say regular Twix.
Those are good,
That's
too.
my jam.
Yeah.
Especially the little mini
Left
ones.
Twix. I like the left Twix.
Okay. I'll give you all my left ones. I'll eat the right ones.
Yeah. I that's the thing is everything you mentioned for the most part, I'm not going to say is wrong. I'm going to go, yeah, I like those too.
So I said the salted almond Toblerone. I didn't even know they had more than just one Toblerone.
Ooh.
Those
I don't
are
know if I've
good.
had that.
Those are really...
Sometimes I get sick of them. They're good for the first few times, and then for some reason I don't want them anymore. Until like maybe a year
I
goes
only get
by.
those little two-for pack, though. That way it's just I have a couple of them. And
See,
I'm good.
somebody OD'd me on Toblerones one year, and so I think that's what happened. I had way too many than you're
Just too
supposed
much
to.
and just got gross.
But I like
Got sick of
salted,
it.
like sea salt and salted stuff.
You like salted sea salt? I like salted sea salt.
I feel like I like salted
I don't like the
almond.
unsalted sea salt. It just doesn't work well for me.
Fair. It's like the dairy milk chocolate.
That's what it is.
What about you, Danny?
Danny?
Starburst.
Starburst for the candy bar?
Oh, yeah.
That's not a candy
It's not
bar.
a candy bar.
How is that not a candy bar? It's in bar form.
It
What
does
are you-
come in a
what?
bar.
Yeah.
It just comes apart,
Well, I mean, it's
individually
like
wrapped.
It's in a package. That's like saying
They're like little...
But it's like a bar.
I don't like chocolate. What's
Okay.
sue me? What do you want me to say?
Why do we... See, can he not pay attention again? Because he doesn't...
I was paying attention.
I wish you would have just
Candy
answered
bar.
Offspring.
Yeah, I really do. That's not a
My
candy
favorite
bar.
chocolate bar is
Those are
Offspring.
individually wrapped
It's not a
candy.
bar.
They
It comes in a bar
Hey,
form.
thank you,
my-
Rev.
Like
Okay.
the
That's
original
like saying my
packaging.
favorite candy bar is a loaf of bread.
It is. I
stole
love
my
Wonder.
answer,
Shut
damn
up, Steve.
Candy bars, Skittles and Starburst, both considered, because it was between the two for me.
Wait, Skittles are not candy bars.
See, that ruins my answer because I'm going to say Reese's Pieces.
That's not a bar.
They're not candy
That's
bars.
just candy.
The hell is wrong with America?
It's not the same thing.
It's ever since Jif. I'm tired of it, all right? Ever since we've let people just make up their own definitions, now they're just going to just make up definitions for things that aren't even what they are. I'm telling you, it's going to stop right here.
The actual thing you're eating has to be in a bar form.
It's a bar. The whole idea, it's a bar form.
I mean, I'm making up this rule, so I mean, don't quote me on it.
I mean, I could take them out individually and put them back in a bar form.
You go, if you
Smush
push
them together.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
smush them.
Okay.
And we're considering Reese's cups, just cups, right?
Well, actually, they're cups. They're not bars.
Okay, that's what I'm going to make sure.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a great. If they said what candy could you go without, then everything you guys are saying would be
Would
true.
you say a Hershey's Kiss is a candy bar?
Yeah.
I know this is just making.
You are in a. You need to go to the concussion protocol tent. That's exactly where you need to go right now.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. Can I leave things off of a bankruptcy, like my car?
You have to list all of your assets and creditors when you file bankruptcy. So you would have to tell the court and the trustee that you have the car or that you have a car loan. You could say that I want to keep my car and continue to make my payments on the car. But the court will need to know that you have a car and that you may have a payment on the car. So by leaving it off the bankruptcy, if you mean that you cannot disclose it to the court, the answer to that is no, you must disclose it. However, that does not mean that you'll lose those assets. You'll be able to keep things like a car and a house in almost all cases, but you must disclose them to the court. But you'll need to continue to make payments on a house or a car that you intend to keep.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.